individually deal with what's there in their relationship. And when you get to that split definition, if there's a split definition in the relationship, you really have to be able to deal with each of them in their own design as to how they come to grips with that. After all, you can see that the 7, for example, is something Charles has to deal with. He's the one who's really looking for influence. She's brought into that as a conditioned element. She has to see that's not her concern. And of course, because she's being conditioned into it and she has nothing there, she's more attracted to it than he is. She was more interested in having influence than him. For him, it was natural. He grew up with his mother's conditioning. You're my little prince. You're going to be king. He always knew that. That's very different. You got a mother that's got a 31 to your 7. You know you're a leader. Whether it's true or not, I mean, it's a conditioned element, but it's there. No, it's his problem. He's got to deal with that, and she's got to deal with the fact that she's being conditioned by all of that. And only when you can take splits through their splits, then you can go to the compromise. Because I want to tell you something about split definition relationships. They don't even need to get to the compromise for the relationship to end. That's the whole point. The split itself can destroy the relationship. Now, one of the things that I tell couples that have a split definition is don't go to bed angry. And don't try to work out your problem alone at home. You're not always going to be blessed with positive transits that are going to play agents of hooking up your split. The gods don't always give you that advantage. And what I tell to split definition couples that have a problem and they need to resolve it because it's a difficult problem for them and they're in the heat of that, have that calmness of mind to go to a public place. It's so important for split definitions to work things out in public. And even if you have children that are going to hook up your split for you, even more important that you do that in public. This is one of the most devastating things for children of split definitions, is that their parents argue through them, fight through them. As a matter of fact, you get that, the archetype of the working father who comes home. And the father sits down at the table and the mother sits down at the table and the child comes out of the bathroom and sits down. The moment the child sits down, they start fighting. The parents start fighting with each other. And that child is supposed to be able to eat their meal, digest it properly, and feel good about themselves while their parents are howling through them. And when the child gets up and runs away all upset, you know what the parents are? Absolute silence for the rest of the evening, not dealing with each other at all because they can't, they're split. And if the child isn't going to participate and be the unwilling victim of that conduit, they can't fight it out with each other. And so you grow up in a house